So today I'm going to explain your 7th standard geography second chapter inside our earth. So as you all know, the earth that is our homeland, it is a dynamic planet. It is a planet. Our earth is a planet. It is undergoing some of the changes will be undergoing inside and outside also. So have you ever wondered that lies on the interior of the earth you have ever seen? What is earth made up of? You ever know? So let us know about that. So interior of the earth. So just like an onion, the earth is made up of just like an onion, the earth is made up of several concentric that the earth has several layers. Like onion also has some of the layers with one side another. Also all the side it is layer are covered, and the uppermost layer over the earth surface, the uppermost layer here you can see the over the earth surface is called as the crust. Earth crust also you can say it as, and it is thinnest of all the layer. It is very much thin, and it is very much thinnest in comparing to all the layers present in the earth. So it is about 35 kilometer. It is about 35 kilometer on the containment masses. It is 35 kilometer on the containment masses, and only 5 kilometer in the ocean floor. In the ocean floor, it is covered only 5 kilometer on the ocean floor. Next, the main mineral constituent of the continental mass or silica and aluminium. So continental mass that you see in the earth crust, you can get the most thing is silicon and silica and aluminium you will get, and it is thus called as Cl, and C silica and Al that is alumina. Next, the oceanic crust mainly consists the ocean crust. It has mainly consist of silica and magnesium. The ocean consists of silica and magnesium, and it is therefore it is called as sima. Sima means silica Si plus Si, and that is the short form of silica, and magnesium it is the carbon number name is carbon Ma. Its name is chemical name is Ma of the magnesium. So just beneath the crust, it is mantle that extends up to depth of the mantle in the beneath of the crust. It is mantle that is present, and it is up to the depth of 2,900 kilometer depth. It is below the earth crust, and the innermost layer is the core. Innermost layer is the called as core, that has a radius of 3,500 kilometer radius it has, and it is made the inner core is mainly made up of nickel and iron, and it is called as iron. Chemical name is Fe, ferrous also you can say, and nickel is Ni. So therefore the central core has very much high pressure, high temperature it has. Rocks and minerals. Earth crust, it is made up of various earth crust is having various types of rocks and minerals, and any natural mass of mineral matter, it makes up earth crust is there. Any natural mass of the mineral matter that makes up earth crust, that makes that mineral as earth crust, is called as a rock. And rocks can be of different colors. Rocks can be of different color. It may be size, texture, different color, different size it may be. And there are three major types of rocks present in the earth crust. They are the igneous rock, sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock. These are the three major types of rocks present in the earth crust. When the molten magma, the lava, when it cools, it becomes solid. When the magma cools, it becomes solid, and rocks thus formed, or they become as igneous rock. That rock that are formed, it becomes igneous rock when it is cooled, and they are called as the primary rock. The igneous rock are called as the primary rock, and there are two types of igneous rock present in that primary rock. They are the intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks. So can you imagine lava coming out from the volcanoes? When you see lava coming out from the volcanoes, lava is actually fiery red molten. It is like red molten magma. Magma also, lava is also called as magma, coming out from the interior of the earth, coming out from the interior of the earth on its surface. When the molten lava comes onto the earth's surface, when the lava comes onto the earth's surface, it rapidly cool down. If the lava cool downs and it become into converted into solid, it becomes solid, and rocks formed in such a way is called as the a way on the earth crust, the rock way that we get on the earth crust in such a way as lava comes over on the crust of the earth, then it is called as the extrusive igneous rock. And they have a very fine grained structure they have, and some of the example of extrusive igneous rocks, they are the basalt and the Deccan Plateau that is made up of basalt rock, the Deccan Plateau that is made up of basalt rock. And sometimes the molten magma it cools down deep inside the earth rock, it cools down deep inside the earth crust, and then it is called this in the earth crust. When it is cooled down deep down in the inside the earth crust, when you see the rock that are formed inside the earth crust, they are called as the intrusive igneous rocks. Since they cool down slowly, they form large grains. Granite is an example of such a rock. Granite is an example for such a rock. Grinding stones used to prepare paste, powder of spices and grains, they are made up of granite. They are These are made up of granite. Rocks roll down and cracks and hit each other and are broken down into small fragments, and these smaller particles, the rock that break down into smaller fragments, they are called as the sediments, and these sediments they are transformed and disposed by winter water and many other things. So these lost sediments are compressed and hardened. It are make very hard to form layers of rocks. To form the layers of the rock, it is made into a hard stone, and these types of rock is called as the sedimentary rocks. For example, sandstone that is made from the grains of sand is one of the example of sedimentary rock. And these rock may also contain fossils of plants, animals, fossil fuels, you may learn fossils. They may learn in your previous chapters. Next, igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rock. Igneous and sedimentary rock can change into metamorphic rock under great heat and pressure. When it igneous rock and sedimentary rocks, when it becomes with great heat, it can be converted into metamorphic rocks. For example, clay that are changed into slate and limestone into marbles. So the rocks are very much useful to us. The hard rocks that are used for making roads, houses, and buildings. So you use stones in many games. You use stone, for example, 7 stones and 5 stones. In these games, you use stone for playing. Find out some more such games by which from your grandmother, parents, or neighbors who know such games. See. So you will surprised to know that one type of rock changes into another type under some of the conditions in a cyclic manner. This process of transformation of the rock from one to another, this transformation is known as the rock cycle. And you have already learnt when the molten magma it cools, it solidified to becomes solid. The magma here you can see in the picture, it becomes solid and it becomes igneous rock. And this process is also called as the rock Sure, that melt down again, if it melt down, then it will form the molten magma. This molten magma again can cool down and solidify into igneous rock. Like this only the process will be going on of making of rock cycle. Also you can say this process will be going on. Rocks are made up of different minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring substances which have some certain physical properties the minerals have, and definite chemical composition also the minerals have. Minerals are very important to humankind. Some are used as fuels, like for example coal, natural gas and petroleum. They are used as fuels and they are also used in the industries. Some of the industries use some of the metals or the minerals which you get like iron, aluminium, gold, uranium, etc. And medicine also, fertilizers, etc. In fertilizers they use some of the minerals. So okay friends, this was your chapter, the inside our earth. So I think you understand this small chapter inside our earth. It does not contain any more. It is not a long video, it is short video because it has you will learn about only igneous rock, sedimentary rock and metamorphic rock, and about some of the importance of the rocks you will learn, that's all. So okay friends, this was your second 7th standard CBSE second chapter inside our earth. So okay friends, if you like my video, give a like, and how was my video, please do a comment and subscribe my channel MN Coaching Center for more videos. I will see you in my next video. Till then, take care, have a nice day, bye my dear friends.